Alright. The Spartacus Blood and Sand workout. And, let's see here. Probably gonna move the camera over there. Now, the Spartacus Blood and Sand workout. You search for it on the internet, search for Spartacus workout, and I swear no one agrees with me that this workout is amazing. So, what have I showed, what have I done already? It's all about that bench and the Bowflex dumbbells. You know, I used to always use Bowflex dumbbells, and I feel like, you know, you're not really pushing it with the Bowflex dumbbells. You'll definitely see increase in strength when you first start, like with the bench for, you know, lightweights, middleweights. They'll see an increase in strength as they get to the 50-pound dumbbells on the bench press. And yeah, you know, you'll definitely see some definition. You might be able to flex your pecs for the first time, you know, doing the bench, and then you don't really know what to, you know, you might do dumbbell squats and calf raises, and it's like, how good are those? Or maybe you do dumbbell lunges, and then maybe you use the barbell a couple times before. Oh, you have a pull-up bar, you do pull-ups, but then if the pull-up bars are usually in the door, and a lot of people have dogs, and the dog will come running when you open up your door, or if they hear you, they'll think you're playing, and they'll try and play with you. So it's kind of difficult to do pull-ups if your dog is running towards you. Or yeah, you know, you do your pull-ups, and then you lift the weights, and maybe you try going for a jog or something, but you're not really in the habit of doing it. Or you ride your bike. You ride your bike and you're getting some exercise. And, you know, then, you know, you do your weight training, and you do the barbell presses, and then you get a gym membership. You're going to the gym and using all the machines, and you use machines in weight training. You know, or maybe you have a weight machine in your garage or family room, and, you know, you use that thing, and then, you know, oh yeah, then I tried yoga. I felt like yoga was working, you know, it was doing some stuff, you know, but yoga also, like, people don't think it is doing anything, and, you know, it's something people argue about. And oh yeah, then I had my final year in weight. You know, I had the year in weight training where they were having us do Olympic lifts, and then I had the year after that where we were doing more strength cage stuff. So we went from Olympic lifts where the bar was just sort of on a platform and doing, you know, the Olympic lift stuff, to then using the strength cage mostly for barbell presses and squats. Yeah, you know, a lot of people probably don't do barbell shoulder presses. I'm not sure. You know, maybe you still use dumbbells for your shoulder presses. And then, you know, you're using a weight where you're doing the whole 3 sets of 10 thing. Or with the barbell, maybe you're doing 4 sets of 4. So you're doing 3 sets of 10 and 4 sets of 4 and stuff. And, you know, you're doing yoga, you're going to the gym, you're doing all this stuff, and then, you know, you're 18 now, so now you're allowed to use protein powders and pre-workouts, because they say on the pre-workouts and the protein powders that you need to be 18 to use them. So you're getting whey protein, and you know, so you're getting into the best shape of your life basically. And then Yeah, I saw the Spartacus Blood and Sand show on Netflix. It's not there anymore. It's an HBO show.
It stars,
and,
actually.
And I found on the internet Spartacus Blood and Sand workout, and I started doing that. And I'm going to show you the moves. And for me, it was working out like I never worked out like that before, and it became the workout my exclusive workout that I did for the next 6 months or a year or whatever. And then I kept on doing it every now and then, but then I also had doubts about it, and I was always raving about it to people and trying to get them to do it, and they would argue about everything. And so pre-workouts, protein drinks, and then what I realized later when I saw this book, it's actually good because it's HIIT, HIIT, high intensity interval training. And really, it's just circuit training, or maybe even sort of like calisthenics in a way.
Calisthenics.
But the thing about it is that you're supposed to do it without resting. So think about how much time in your workout you're just resting in between sets, So I'm going to move the camera and I'm going to demonstrate these exercises. And then I'm going to see, how many of them I can do, how well can I even do this exercise routine. And then when I'm going to be editing the video, I'm going to try and edit the reps I did do to make it look like I did the entire workout. So let that point sort of settle in. Okay, so here's another thing about the Spartacus Blood and Sand workout. Oh, and when you're, sometimes I try doing it while watching the show, and then you're seeing all these athletic dudes. It's actually kind of a gross show, so I stopped bringing it up. I realized, I probably shouldn't be telling this to everyone because it's kind of a weird show. I think a lot of the problems with it are in Game of Thrones, but it's a lot worse than Spartacus. And it can be kind of culturally offensive. And I'm going to show you some of these different weights here. Now, I'm going to be doing it with 6-pound dumbbells, and that's another reason I love the workout, is because you only need 6-pound dumbbells to get a great workout. But then, that's one of the other problems that people have with the workout is 6-pound dumbbells just look stupid to people. You need to have at least 10-pound dumbbells in most people's minds to, not look like a complete fool. When I use the 6-pound dumbbells, once I can do the workout correctly, I can work on moving my dumbbells up in weight, and then I also have 15-pound dumbbells, and those are the dumbbells you see in the demonstration video. It almost even just seems like saying the word Spartacus is getting you in shape.
Spartacus. Spartacus.
And just bringing this up again with the Bowflex dumbbells. You don't want to use these in the workout because these are kind of big and clunky. And you do stuff in the workout where you put a lot of pressure on the dumbbell, and you wouldn't want to damage these at all with these weird exercises. Goblet squats. This is the first time I learned about goblet squats, where you just hold the weight and it actually sort of makes squatting easier. And then we're going to do 20 squats. But, you know, holding it right here, yeah, that's just making it easier. But if you wanted to be doing it more correctly, and this makes it difficult in a weird way, sort of an annoyingly difficult thing is trying to hold the dumbbell up, you know, get my arms.
I love the goblet squats. It's like I've been doing squats wrong my whole life before goblet squats. And sometimes I like to call them goblin squats. But, you know, then you're just being sort of weird and off-putting. You know, just like as if saying the word goblin was all it took to be funny. But then that's even kind of insulting.
Alright, well,
I'll try not to overthink it.
So, when I use these to make it look like I performed the entire workout through video editing. So yeah, goblet squats, do 20 of them. Oh, and then yeah, you're supposed to have a stopwatch going, where I would use my smartphone and use the stopwatch on that. And every exercise you're doing for a minute or 20 reps. And most exercises, 20 reps is a minute. Sometimes you can get 30 reps in a minute. And then others, you can only do 10 in a minute. And then we're also going to be working on our speed of doing them.
I remember getting that smartphone.
And the next exercise, mountain climber. So then yeah, you get down here. You're supposed to do this for a minute, but it's not like this. You know, that's okay, but you're supposed to. You can sort of be jumping like that. Yeah, that's gonna get the blood flowing. Single arm dumbbell swings. I just rewatched the video. It said to do 10 on both sides, but I remember I always used to do 5, and I would keep on switching back and forth. And, you know, people are like, what's the point of doing that? Yeah, it's just sort of keeping you in motion, and you're sort of resting from the first exercise, or when you're doing the second and third set, it's almost kind of a rest time in comparison, you know. Alright, let's see if I can do these cross push-ups. Now these, when they're shown, you have your hands on the dumbbells. And you do a push-up. And then raise it like that. Come down. Do another push-up. And these 6-pound dumbbells, they sort of barely are large enough with your hands to do it like that. And my hands are on the ground. You can kind of hurt your hands doing this. Or you also sort of worry about breaking the dumbbells. So, one thing you can do is you can just not keep your hands on the dumbbells. Or you will want to keep your hands on the dumbbells when you go up to the bigger dumbbells. Then standing bent over rows. And you can do like 30 of these. And you can have your hands like this or like this. You know. And you can also try and suck your stomach in and flex it. And that'll help with your stomach. Maybe. And that's one you haven't really seen before. But how good is that? Well, it's good cardio. You can feel it in your arms. Then you're supposed to do split jumps. Oh yeah, sort of do lunges. And maybe I can do those. I always just didn't do those before. Yeah, I never did the split jumps, but actually that doesn't look so hard, you know, now that I'm thinking of it. It's like all the years you did this, you never did that? No, I just did lunges. Like, well, if you're doing lunges, are you sure you're doing the exercise? And then water. And we're actually trying not to drink water, but you're going to drink plenty of water when you first start doing the exercise. But then later, it's like you're sort of trying to train yourself to not drink water until after the exercise is done. Or you can have a little sip at the end of every set, circuit. Push-up position rows. And, I'm thinking, hey, this is great, more rows and more time spent in plank. That's going to be good for your core. Almost looks like you're punching the ground. Or, same with the cross push-up. You can just have the dumbbells on the ground, though it doesn't feel like as good of an exercise while you're still early on. And side lunges. And that is another thing I love from a workout with side lunges. presses. And this is another part I love about doing the workout is the shoulder presses. It's part of your cardio, your circuit training. This high rep shoulder presses. You can do 20 to 30 of them. Let's just go for a minute. Lunges with a twist. This is great. And I like this because I already like doing yoga, and then these twists feel like they're good for your obliques and your abs, sort of. So I was doing a warrior and doing a rotation. But yeah, a lot of people, they thought that was too much leg stuff. Everything in it is kind of weird. Yeah, it's a total body workout. It's working out all that stuff you normally don't work out too well, like your legs, and you're doing all those rows. Yeah, it's all the, and then the shoulder presses. Those shoulder presses, that's basically all you need to do for strong shoulders, because it's mostly just based on your body weight and then how many years have you been exercising consecutively. And now we're going to try and do a circuit of, three circuits and, sets of 20 reps. And if you've seen my other videos, I'm ending all my workouts with a workout similar to this. It's not me doing the side lunges and the shoulder presses and the mountain climber, keeping a lot of the stuff I really liked from the Spartacus, high intensity interval training, calisthenic circuit training.
Calisthenics.
So I have this experimental version called the Calcucus, and I talked about how I used to watch the Spartacus show while doing the Spartacus workout. And now I'm doing my circuit training, trying to get it to the high intensity interval training level over a long progressive period, and that instead of watching Spartacus, trying to watch educational math videos, and that actually doesn't help. You think you're making the time you're spending twice as productive, but educational videos are actually sort of letting out sort of a wheezing vibration that makes it more difficult to exercise. And then the Spartacus, they're supposed to work out every other day, so every other day is a rest day, and then you're doing the Spartacus again, and you're giving your full effort into the Spartacus workout, but then you're going to be sore every time. You're just going to be sore all the time. And that's what everyone's complaints about trying to get in great shape is. I'm just making myself sore all the time. And working out every other day, that's different. But then if I'm doing, if I'm giving this 100%, I can't do all this other stuff. And that's the other criticism. It's like, hey, I wanted to do barbell presses and all this other stuff. And and so then, giving me a full, but this is all you need, sort of. You can work out at home doing this and get into pretty good shape. And then, if you've never taken protein shakes and pre-workouts before, then, this is going to get you into great shape, basically, just from trying to take your multivitamins. And when I was in my best shape doing this, I was also taking, I went to GNC and got really good multivitamin daily packs of different vitamins. And but then I don't really know how great of shape I was in. You know, maybe it was all mental. And yeah, it's also sort of bothering everyone a little bit. Maybe it's bothering them. I don't know what you're really getting out of it. But, okay, I'm going to see how well I can do the routine. Yeah, because you might try it and you're not able to do it yet. Yeah, three circuits, 20 reps of every exercise for a minute. And then, normally when you're first starting this thing, you're not doing the high intensity. You're probably not going to do the version where you have no breaks in between exercises. You go from one exercise straight into the other, and then at the end of the circuit, you have a 90-second break or something.
Yeah, circuit training.
And when I've done this before, it's gotten me so sweaty, like unlike anything ever before. But it's also probably the pre-workout. And you'll think that because you're getting so sweaty, it must have been an amazing workout. I'm not actually too sure what how beneficial getting that sweaty was.
And now it's just like, man, you gotta have.
Alright, I think that's everything I needed to say.
From the scene,
Alright, here we go.
And it's a race.
Goblet squats, I'll count them out.
But you have to step away from that.
1, 2, get them up, get it up here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 20. I'm already exhausted. I can't just instantly go and use all these other exercises. Lose your breath instantly. Mountain climber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20.
Heard a little bit of Batman voice coming out of that.
See how I said the dumbbell swings are kind of a rest period? Now you're out of breath, and you're just doing this thing.
HIIT, high intensity interval training.
T push up or cross push up. Yeah, a lot of the time I can only do 10 of this one, or the movement is so slow that the minute runs out. standing rows. Lunges. And also, as you improve on exercise, to try and keep the dumbbells in your hands throughout the exercise as much as you can. Shoulders.
Aerobic. Anaerobic.
Wait. No, it's not shoulders yet. Push-up rows. It's pretty easy to get confused.
Cardio.
Yeah, this workout is amazing. Side lunges.
I love side lunges. Cardiovascular.
Our sweat is just dripping everywhere.
Yeah. I got so sweaty. It's like the most sweaty you get, especially if you take a pre-workout. Spartacus.
Now shoulders.
I love doing lightweight shoulder presses. Yeah, once you get into a groove with this type of exercise, HIIT, high intensity interval training, it's doing much higher reps. Oh yeah, lunges with a twist or with a rotation, a side rotation. Yeah, I really enjoy doing those. But then also, it's difficult to do those fast. So, it's difficult to do 20 of those in under a minute. You know, typically move slow, so then you do less of them. And then doing those and lunges, but then you were supposed to do split jumps. Split jumps. And, yeah, so in my next circuit training thing, where I'm choosing the moves, I'm gonna alternate between doing lunges and these side rotation lunges. Same with goblet squats and dumbbell deadlifts.
I feel like I'm already beat. And, you know, that's another thing people don't like about it right away. Where it's like, are you sure we're supposed to do the exercise 2 more times? And that's, you know, because of that complaint with the Spartacus, you know, the variation of all the things that people thought were sort of strange removed. And then also starting at a very beginner pace and slowly, you know, doing 1 more rep each time. Then you get to 20, then you start doing 2 sets of 10. You add a rep every time until you get to 2, you know, circuits of 20 reps. And then you start doing 3 circuits. And then I have it going to, you know, 4 sets of 25. So that you're doing 100.
That's what I'm doing with my next
doing that.
circuit training.
Now let's talk more about that later.
The way I learned this one is just trying as hard as you can
also,
instantly.
Like
Now I'm trying to slow pace people.
Or,
Yeah, you know, give it 100% and then try again after a day of rest.
Like, and people are like, oh,
That's what I was doing.
It's kind of a waste of time. You got standing rows and then push-up position rows. Well, it's pretty amazing. I know I'm covered in sweat. I'm gonna try and do another set, and it's always like you get completely exhausted, and then it's like you're supposed to do another set, and you have to push yourself, and then you're also kind of exploding. You're doing these exercises, and then you get really sore. And you know, I think this type of working out, this is going to be the key to getting in shape. You know, is getting your heart rate up, keeping it there. You know, maximizing the time you're spending.
Yeah, Spartacus, do it every other day, and
Alright, let's try and do another circuit.
then after 90 exercises, it will be 6 months, and you'll be in pretty good
I'm
shape.
starting to feel sick and stuff.
And, you know, I'm thinking now, you know, like maybe you don't even need to do it every other day. Maybe when you're starting for the first 2 months, you might even do it once a week.
Motions a little bit.
If you were giving it 100%, or either way.
Yeah, you know, you'll have more progress at it if you keep on working at it, and then it's the only thing you're doing. But then, you know, that's what was also going on with the Spartacus. Was, am I just supposed to not get on the treadmill and use my barbell and stuff? I already bought all this equipment. But then I was trying to come up with something to see how well it worked, you know, with minimal equipment, because it's kind of unrealistic to expect you to go to the gym or use, or, you know, get all this equipment. as I progress on the calculus, then once I get to the Spartacus level in that program, then I might alternate between these programs.
Yeah, because I used to exclusively do Spartacus, and I did it for like a year or something. Because when I first started doing it, I never worked out like that before. It's just...
I'm having a great workout, but I'm having a lousy performance of these exercises.
And then when I was in my best shape, then I still wasn't as strong as I am now, weighing between 220 and 240 pounds. And is it still a good exercise for someone who weighs this much to be doing? Yeah, I was also going to alternate these rows into my main circuit training with the bicep curls, alternate between those two, just because, yeah. And I used to just do Spartacus and yoga for a little bit there, because I just really got into a state of really enjoying both. And I was taking protein drinks, and I was using a bottle with a mixer ball in it to mix the protein drink. But those bottles would usually get dirty because you couldn't get them through the dishwasher all the time, you know. Yeah, I'm really giving it the effort to this time, yeah, but I already have like 2 weeks almost, or 10 days or something like that of doing the other circuit training. It sort of got me warmed up so I can sort of do this, and then the first set was demonstrations where I didn't do the full reps.
And whenever I was doing the Spartacus, I was always trying to push myself. And now I'm thinking pushing yourself isn't actually that necessary. Just keep doing it. Let it slowly get better. See if you can attempt to do it, regularly for an entire year. Because you're probably going to stop exercising at some point, and then you're going to have to start all over again once you've been dormant for like 3 months. And it's like, oh, you got to start up all over again. So, and then also how much your muscles regenerate from each workout. It's like you don't even improve that much from pushing yourself. You're almost just kind of tearing your muscles and giving yourself a bad time, at least this early on. That's what I think's going on.
Yeah, I'm feeling just supercharged. But there is a good chance that this workout is gonna blow up in your face if you keep on saying Spartacus all the time. Spartacus, blood and sand. It might be worth mentioning a couple times to some people. I'm still bringing it up.
And you'll be doing at the full level when you can have a stopwatch and keep on doing everything for a minute and, you know, not drink any water while you're doing it. That takes a long time to get there. Or if you're starting out from, you know, a point of no exercise, and then it's also easier for lightweights and middleweights to do all these high rep exercises.
Alright, was that it? Looks like it because I'm taking my
Alright,
shoes
that
off.
was good enough for this time.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see in a couple months. Yeah, but normally it's like when I exercise, or what I used to do is I used to just do that for a while, you know? Or then I'd do that and then I'd also do the yoga. Alright.